doing something a little unconventional today, and we're going to be having chocolate for breakfast by going and sampling chocolate at the Chocolate Museum. We had kind of a late night / early morning this morning, so hopefully the chocolate will give us a little bit of a pick-me-up. The girls, of course, do not need any more
sweets
picking up, as they are usually pretty hyper all the time anyway. But we haven't been getting a lot of sleep the last couple of nights as we followed our schedule of going to bed really late and getting up late. But this morning we had to get up early because we wanted to come here, and then we're going to head off to Versailles because we want to go see the Palace of Versailles, where the Treaty of Versailles was signed, as well as go to the newly dedicated Paris Temple. Kind of on a tight schedule today compared to other days. Bless you. Mom, we found the perfect flash drive for you.
Ooh, cool.
A chocolate flash drive. So back at the girls' dance recital, Holly had her Einstein flash drive, and Lexi played with it and lost it. They did find it, but if they wouldn't have found it, that would be a perfect alternative to an Einstein flash drive, would be a chocolate flash drive. And look, we already found somebody in the guest book who's been here, who's from Florida, just like us.
I've been interested in chocolate since I was little, because in 5th grade I saw that you could write to the Mars company. There was an address on the back of like Mars bars or like M&Ms or whatever. And so for my 5th grade report, I did it on chocolate. And I was so excited they sent me back all these pamphlets and a certificate for free Mars bar. So I already know pretty much everything. Well, not.
So because I wrote one report in 5th grade, I pretty much know everything there is to know about chocolate.
No. I'm excited to show the kids about chocolate.
Heck yeah. Not to mention we get a sample of 10 different types of chocolate. So that's going to be a major plus too.
Keep calm and let's eat some chocolate.
Keep calm and eat chocolate, man. We're leaving our mark, saying the Barberettez were here from Florida. Okay, now Gracie gets a turn. What do you want to write, Gracie? Gracie wants to write, I am a chocolate bozo. Oh, she's writing a sun around it for sunny Florida.
No, I'm writing
Not very sunny here today.
I'm writing cloud.
You're gonna find some Playmobil displays during the tour, and you just have to stick the stickers in the right order. And you can have a little present at the end if everything is correct.
Oh my goodness. We haven't even gone in yet, and we're already getting free samples.
Eat this. Eat it. It's good. Tried it.
I like the caramel one too. Most chocolate comes from Africa.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I would have thought South America, yeah.
South America.
They also have this really cool kind of sticker tour for the kids that they can do, where they go around and they have different displays of little toys, and the kids have to find something inside the toys, and then they take a little sticker and they put it on a little sticker chart. And so that helps them learn and stay engaged with what's going on in the history of the chocolate in this museum. It's really cool.
I'm learning so much. Who knew? 5th grade report doesn't tell you everything.
Who knew?
Like the currency, did you just show them that?
I heard you say 3 cocoa beans could get them 1 turkey egg.
Yep.
And then 100 cocoa beans.
Well,
Or-
10 cocoa beans get you a rabbit.
100 cocoa beans or 10 rabbits. You could buy a skip blade with. One cool thing that we didn't know was the Mayans cut their own blood and put it in the mushed cocoa beans, and then they prayed to the gods. Could have taken the elevator. Come on, miss.
Darn it. Next time.
Taking the elevator.
There's nothing better than a good friend, except a good friend with chocolate. Nope.
Cocoa bean garbage.
Cocoa bean garbage.
Cortez and all the Mayans, they believe they drink chocolate to make them stronger and give them energy, fight off fatigue. So that's the new reason why I'm gonna be okay with eating chocolate whenever I want, because it makes me stronger.
Yeah, we've decided we're gonna eat chocolate a lot more often to help us fight off all the fatigue that we get.
Chocolate was always a spicy drink until the Spaniards decided to add sugar into it. So then they started making sugar and adding in there.
So thanks a lot for giving us diabetes, Spaniards.
It said that all the noble ladies would eat it, drink hot chocolate during Mass, and then like the Pope got so offended that he banned it during Mass, so then they poisoned the priest, the Pope, or the priest, because he made that law that you couldn't drink chocolate during Mass.
You know what that reminds me of? Is the poo emoji.
Hi, I'm Chocolate Katie. Hi, I'm Chocolate Lexi.
These are some serious chocolate molds these guys had. I especially like the one of the pig because that's what I feel like when I eat lots and lots of chocolate.
Is that made out of chocolate?
Of course it
That
is.
one is too. Look at these chocolate. Oh my goodness. Can I have a chocolate sculpture in my house?
Yes, we should make a chocolate sculpture of you.
I don't want to be.
I want a pregnant sculpture of Holly.
So there's more chocolate.
Yes.
More of me to go around.
That's right. Chocolate Arc de Triomphe, chocolate Eiffel Tower, chocolate dresses, along with chocolate shoes.
I know his secret. He sticks it in there while two other ones are done in there, and he takes one of those out.
Ah.
Chocolate is good for your health. It has good effects on your blood veins, on your heart, the brains, and even on your teeth. Does chocolate make you fat? In moderation, no. If you're skinny and you eat chocolate, you won't get fat. If you're fat, slim down, then eat chocolate, and you won't be fat anymore. That's what it says. Chocolate cause high cholesterol? No, it lowers it. Is chocolate forbidden for diabetics? No, it's actually one of the better things for diabetics to eat. But does it cause cavities? Cocoa has 3 anti-cavity properties. It has tannins, fluorides, phosphates. So on the contrary, chocolate prevents cavities.
As a result, we're gonna start brushing our teeth with chocolate toothpaste. Because chocolate prevents cavities. From all the things we've just learned, chocolate pretty much cures all ailments. And now we're gonna go have liquid chocolate. Ooh, hazelnutty. Holly found chocolate shampoo that we're gonna put on my hair and it's gonna magically restore it. Nothing can restore it, she says. But chocolate can.
Or maybe milk? No, that was white.
I'm
no,
sneaking Lexi's chocolate while she's not looking.
Thank you to Cecile for the distraction
Thank you.
Whoa!
and helping us get our chocolate prize.
Whoa!
Whoa, Dor.
That was pretty much the best morning ever. What better way to spend your morning than with chocolate and chocolate and chocolate and more chocolate?
And hot chocolate.
And Luke, I'll have you know, I read we did not break any chocolate rules
Oh, how so?
because we're just following European tradition, old European tradition. They would have a cup of hot chocolate brought to them every morning. The noblemen would start their morning off with hot
Nice.
chocolate. Oh, wait. I need to look for a pencil in here for my dad. He collects pencils. He has this huge, cool pencil collection. So he asked me to get one from Paris.
Oh, great. Holly's gonna buy a pencil for her dad in this shop that has a picture of a guy's bum on it.
Now we need cheese.
Now we need
chocolate
cheese.
and cheese together.
Chocolate, cheese, and more bread.
We're on our way to Versailles.
Nice. Doing their best Brad Pitt impression. Mega huge props to this guy. We can barely get around as it is, and he's doing it blind. I don't care who you are. That's impressive.
We totally just confused the guy getting off the metro because we got off all at once and then like we spread out like a star kind of, and he was trying to get through us and he went this way and he went that way and then he threw his hands up and he's like,
I don't know which way to go. Which way should I go?
I'm sorry, and then he laughed and I laughed. It was so funny.
This is an amazing building. Holy cow. I'm blown away by the ornateness of this structure. I was gonna say building, but I mean, this is a palace. Louis back there.
This is why they had the French Revolution, because all the monarchs were spending money like this and they didn't have any bread to eat.
1789.
1789, that's right. And that's when they stormed the Bastille. And they fought for the Declaration of the Rights of Man, and they got it. And Marie Antoinette lived here, and then she was beheaded by the guillotine in the Bastille, or in the Concorde Square.
Why do we always have to go to the information center when we go in castles or palace?
Oh, macaroons and toilets. Hopefully we don't have to pay for these ones. The crazy thing about the Palace of Versailles is that it was originally built as kind of just a getaway spot. And yet it's humongous. So apparently he was either really overweight or just needed a lot of room to move around. This is a model of the grounds of the palace. We're about right there. And this is just a model, mind you. And it goes all the way back there with all these water features and lakes, and there's a whole exercise area here. The kings of this age were pretty into themselves and thought that they deserved quite a bit. It's no wonder the people overthrew them and beheaded them in front of everybody to say, we don't want this anymore. This is just a glimpse of the garden model I just showed, and they are perfectly manicured. Ten more steps, and we're now into this great hall. Oh. Hey, just look at this painting. Katie says this was a ballroom. Man, those monarchs sure knew how to spend money. I'm trying to get it all, but I'm afraid I'm just not doing it justice. It's just so... Wow.
Guess how long the ceiling took to paint? 3 years.
This is the war room, so he has this big old marble statue engraved for himself. And I stand corrected, by the way. Before I had said that it was Louis IX, and it turns out it's Louis XIV. I just had to make that correction so that I wasn't teaching you false history.
We just came from the throne room, and it said even if the king wasn't sitting there, you had to bow or curtsy at the chair.
Just to show respect.
This huge, massive silver and wood chair.
This is the Hall of Mirrors, which is a huge reason people come to the Palace of Versailles, is to see this room. The mirrors weren't easy to get, and so by them having so many of the mirrors in this room, it was to show their supremacy and to show off how much wealth the country had. I can't even imagine how much all this cost, and they didn't even care.
Ostentatious, exhausting. Oh my goodness. I mean, what would you do with this room? Just sit in awe?
Just sit and talk about how awesome you were. Like, hey, look how much money we have. Once again, I stand corrected. This was the king's sleeping room. You can see how ornately decorated it is with all the gold. And his bed had to be portable so that they could take it with him when he went places. The windows faced the east so that he could rise to the sun, because he said that the sun was the emblem of all power, and that's what he considered himself to be. So much ego. Lexi's just super thrilled about this. She is learning so much about all of this history from my shoulder. And here's where the king ate.
He ate in public, solemnly, at 10 p.m. The courtiers would all sit right here and watch the king eat and make comments about the king's every gesture. How would you like to be watched while you're eating? Oh, my goodness, look.
Oh, look at how he chews.
Oh, that must taste so good. Oh, look at that. Oh, he didn't like that bite. Oh, he got a little food out on his lip. We had to get up early to make it here and to the Chocolate Museum. So Lexi's out, and Luke is being our knight in shining armor after I got in trouble for carrying Lexi on my back. Nothing makes you feel more fat and pregnant than trying to squeeze through a bathroom doorway with a whole bunch of Asian women who move aside, but they don't move aside enough. And I'm pregnant, and I have Luke's large backpack on and my backpack on in a bathroom doorway, and they wouldn't move aside. They kept moving, wouldn't make it. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I just pushed my way through, and it moved them all aside. I felt so bad, but oh my goodness, they had no idea what was coming through the door with all the backpacks on.
Sadly, we didn't get to go in the gardens because it closed before we even got downstairs. And also, like, you ruined my glasses yesterday.
We were pretty busy oohing and awing at all of the gold embroidery and the paintings and the sculptures and the excessive money spent for these monarchs to live such a lavish lifestyle. It seems to me if it was ever sold, if they needed the money for some reason, that all of this could be sold and probably feed the world for a couple of years. There's a very famous, prestigious casino in Las Vegas called the Bellagio. It has the big water show out front with the big fountains. That structure cost $1 billion, with a B, $1 billion to build. And this is probably 100 times bigger, just the building. And then there's all the acreage that the gardens go on for 46 miles. Not 46 acres, 46 miles. The elaborateness of it all is just mind-boggling. So is chocolate. And the entire time this couple has been kissing. And they continue to go and go and go and go. They must be really deeply, truly, madly in love. Good for them. We've arrived at our final destination for the day. Even though we're not going to be able to go in because I think they're closed, we're still going to see if we can. But we wanted to at least come see the Paris, France temple. It was just dedicated 2 weeks ago. It's beautiful. Brand spanking new.
This is the perfect end to our Paris trip because we came to the temple and we are taking a picture with the Savior, and that's what life's about. It's about the Savior and His love for us.
We decided on our last night that we would eat really authentic food since we've been here.
Oh, you didn't? It was out of convenience because it was right there.
Total convenience. Our new friend from London, who's been living in Paris for 20 years, said, hey, but at least they're French fries, right?